Hello, I'm Billy Hoffman from Rigor. On this edition of Web Perfectionist, we're going to revisit animated GIFs and look at another way you can optimize them. So in a previous video, we discussed my secret shame of enjoying BuzzFeed listicles, and specifically this one, which had a whole bunch of little clips from Star Wars as animated GIFs. Now, of course, the problems are animated GIFs are terrible for storing video, and they were delivering 18 megs of content to show all of these clips. Now, the reason it's terrible is that animated GIFs were never designed really to even do animation, let alone video. And there's all these really sexy video optimizations we can do about looking for differences between frames and only storing those, and being smart about how we compress data that GIF just doesn't do by default. And this is why animated GIFs can be 5 to 10 times larger than a properly encoded video. Now, of course, the actual solution you should do is convert these animated GIFs to MP4 videos and use HTML5 video tags instead of animated GIFs to deliver them. And so you end up with a video that is substantially smaller. In this case, we went from 3.7 megs to under 100K. And sure enough, this is actually what BuzzFeed is now doing. When I scan them later, we see that they're using video tags. Awesome. That's what you should be doing. But of course, the problem with this is that you used to just have an image tag that would point it as image, and now you have to go back and change the markup to be a video that's pointing at a separate tag. It's not easy to retrofit. And so today we're going to talk about what can you do if you still have the animated GIF and you need to keep using the animated GIF, you can't convert it to a video. Can we still get an performance improvement? And luckily you can. There's actually a modified version of GIFsicle. So GIFsicle is this great optimization tool you could use for lossless animated GIFs, optimized spinners and stuff like that. But there's this really, really great port of it by the same guy that did PingQuat that essentially takes a GIF image and tries to apply some of those really awesome lossy GIF or lossy image optimizations to it to take advantage of all those great ways we know to compress video. And so what you end up with is, here's that original video, that little GIF. It's 3.7 megs, and if we're a little bit looser, you'll notice there's a little bit more noise in the video, in the animated GIF, but it's now 1.9 megs instead of 3.7. And what's great is we still end up with an animated GIF. Like if I download this, we'll see that it's still a .gif file. You could still reference this using a GIF, an image tag. So, and it's half the size. And in fact, what we see across all of the animated GIFs that BuzzFeed loaded, we went from loading about 17 megs to loading only about 7 megs. So obviously not as good as what BuzzFeed ultimately did of converting it to HTML5 video, because then you went from 17 megs to like 1. But it's a great way to kind of do a half step if you can't go ahead and do the full step of actually changing the markup. This is a great way to apply it. If you're already a Rigor customer, Rigor Optimization lets you download all of these right now. But anyway, animated GIFs, awesome, great to share, kind of a hack. If you can't convert them actually to HTML5 video, a great half step is to use this lossy port of GIFsicle to actually compress it down and save a lot of space. Thanks for listening.